All right. What's going on? So I got a couple different options here. I wasn't really sure which way to go about this one. And um I don't know why. I just really enjoy conversations about moral relativism. And there's this weirdo, this Joshua Hames, who's a Christian nationalist weirdo. And I guess he does these, talking to the students thing that, everybody's trying to become the next Charlie Kirk, I guess. And so they're all doing these like, hey, I can debate with the college students from behind my little booth here, for with the microphones and stuff. So I think we're gonna check that out first. But I got a couple other options we can go after that. But let's check this out.
Yeah, and so we think that everyone else should think like we think because we think we're right?
I don't necessarily think that you should adopt the separation of church. Do you think that America should be a Christian Protestant nation?
No, it is.
Do you agree with the separation of church and state?
It wasn't meant to keep religion out of government or something like that.
Okay. Do you believe that your belief is the set standard that everyone should follow?
Yeah.
Do you agree with having them convert to Protestantism?
I'm not going to be thrilled if it's joining Eastern Orthodox Church or the Catholic Church, the Roman Catholic Church, but I'll consider that a W still if they go from Hinduism to one of those.
Okay. So you think that everyone would be better if they followed your opinion, essentially?
Absolutely.
I feel like that is just very telling for everyone that is here. You did, in fact, just hear him say all of that.
Okay, I'm sure that I was prideful in my youth about what I thought I knew, but now I know enough to know I don't know a lot. But what I do know is that Jesus Christ is Lord. What we're really talking about here, May, is what is truth? This is the classic question that Herod asked our Lord Jesus. He said, what is truth?
What is truth? I feel like if you go to like, what is truth? You lost. Whatever it is you're trying to convince people of, you lost. You lost everybody with if you have to go all the way back to that. Like, what even is real, really? I mean, how does anybody know if anything's real? It sounds like they're trying to convince you that they like flapped their arms and flew wherever, to wherever they were at, and then be like, yeah, I flew here by flapping my arms. And you go, yeah, I don't think that's true. What even is truth? And you're like, okay, you lost the debate.
But our Lord Jesus tells us what the truth is. He says that I am the way, the truth, and the life, and nobody comes to the Father except through me.
Then it must be true, I guess. He said it. He said, I just am truth, just all of it. I'm just all of that stuff.
Okay, what's your name?
Hi, I'm May.
May? What?
May like the month.
May. Okay,
yes.
Great to meet you, May.
So,
like the aunt from Spider-Man.
Your name is
Joshua.
Joshua. Okay. So you're making the claim that like Christ is king. So you follow your life according and following the scriptures of the Lord, correct?
To the very best of my ability.
So with that being said, I'm just wondering about how many of the holy sacraments have you gone through within Christianity, whether or not you are Baptist, if you go to communion, the Eucharist, if you follow any of these stuff.
Yeah.
Huge crowd over here. Whoa, boy, look at that. He's just blowing the roof off this place.
Yeah. So how many sacraments? I believe there's only two. Okay. I'm a Protestant, and the two sacraments that our Lord left are baptism and the Lord's Supper. Sorry, Catholics. Sorry, Papists. I know that you're not going to want to hear that. But our Lord left us two sacraments, baptism and the Lord's Supper. Yes, I have been baptized by the grace of God, so have my little children. And yes, we take the sacrament of the communion every week.
Okay. With that being said, do you think Protestant...
They pretend to cannibalize an undead carpenter ghost every week. They do it every week. Is that normal? Is it normal to do the communion every single week? I think our church did it like once a month, which still felt like too much to be pretending to cannibalize a dude.
Or your version of the way that you follow your scripture, do you think that it is the superior form of Christian denominations and religion?
Yeah, I would say the Reformed tradition is the superior form of Christianity. I would say that because, and
I don't even know what the hell reform is. I'm seeing that like more and more lately. When exactly did this reformation happen? Was it recent? Did they just reform it, or is this like an older reformation? Is this like when he nailed the thesis on the Catholic stuff? I don't know. Is this like the Reformation Part 2? I don't know.
Say that because because that's what I believe. You know, if I didn't believe what I believe, I wouldn't say that. So yeah. So I would say that reform, particularly.
If I didn't believe what I didn't believe, I wouldn't say that I do believe what I do believe. Boy, I am nailing this, man. I'm really good at this.
The Reformed tradition is the most faithful tradition, faithful to the truth that is as revealed in Scripture. Yeah.
Okay. So with that being said, do you think that other Christians would be better off if they followed Protestantism?
Yes.
Do you agree with having people convert to Protestantism that are not a part of any set Christian denomination such as Judaism or Islam?
You're saying like
you confused him. He's like, what? I don't understand the question.
Do you agree with having them convert to Protestantism?
Like other like
Yes.
What? Like who's the other Christian? I'm very confused.
Eastern Orthodox and Papists and stuff.
And then other religions.
No, he didn't understand what she said. He's like, you mean like other kinds of Christians and stuff? No, that's literally not what she said. She said like Muslims and Hindu people and stuff.
Like Hinduism, Buddhism.
Oh
Judaism.
yeah, absolutely, everyone.
Okay.
But I would say I'm more concerned about other non-Trinitarian, non-Christian religions. I would want all the Muslims, all of the Hindus, all the Jews. I want them all to become Christians. And so if they did that through, I'm not going to be thrilled if it's joining Eastern Orthodox Church or the Catholic Church, the Roman Catholic Church, but I'll consider that a W still if they go from Hinduism to one of those.
Okay. So do you think that America should be a Christian Protestant nation?
No, it is.
Do you believe that everyone should follow the values?
It is currently. No, it's actually is a Christian nation right now. No, it's not. Holy shit. No, it's not.
Of Protestantism?
Yes.
Okay. With that being said, do you think that our government should have Protestant values?
Yes.
Do you agree with the separation of church and state?
What define that for me?
Do you believe in the values such as abortion being left up to the government without religious value interference or religious beliefs being an interference in that law?
Certainly not. Do you know where the separation of church and state comes from? Where we get that?
The first fucking amendment with the establishment clause that says we will make no law respecting a religion or limiting the right to worship thereof. But it's pretty clear that it's not going to ever make a law respecting a particular religion, an establishment of religion. I'm sorry, because that's really important. That it's an established USA religion. That is in the clause. It's just like it's the first line of the first sentence of the first clause. Like it's very explicitly obvious that the founding fathers did not want the Christianity to be the basis for like what forms our country. It's so crazy that they'll just be like, no, it's not even, but here.
You can tell me.
I want to tell you guys about our sponsor for this video, Beam Dream Sleep Powder.
Nice segue there, dude. She's like, you can tell me. He's like, well, I will. About my Beam Dream, I don't know, coffee. Is it coffee? I don't know.
They're awesome. Okay, I'm 33 years old. I've got two little Tasmanian devil boys who just keep me on edge. They keep me on the edge of my seat. That is for sure. Last night, for the first time, I tried.
I'm almost positive this dude is closeted. I'm just saying. I'm not sure, but I'm almost. I feel like I'm almost sure. He just, I don't know. He's got a vibe.
This Beam Dream Sleep Powder, and I think I had the best night's sleep I've had in years.
It's asleep. The opposite of coffee. I'm sorry. That is. I hope somebody doesn't buy it thinking it is coffee, because they're just gonna have a bad day that day.
So good. It was so great, and it wasn't like a kind of tired that you can't fight, and it just like knocks you out. Kind of that gross, drowsy feeling. It was just like
a kind of tired that you can't fight. What? Like what does that mean? Like Are you wanting to fight this kind of tired? Like, is it you're like, I want tired, not too tired though. I'd like to be able to fight it. You know, I'd like to be able to be like, oh man, I didn't mean, something starts happening after I drank it, and I'm like, okay, can we cancel? Can I cancel the drink I just drank? That's I need to fight. What are you like? What? I mean, I think he's just trying to say that it's like, it doesn't make you feel like medicine head drowsy, whatever the fuck.
A delightful sleepiness that led to just being zonked out for the night. And I slept so good. And I want you guys to know, if you guys are struggling.
Oh, it's cocoa. Okay. It's melatonin spiked cocoa. Thank you, Gretchen. How you doing, Gretchen? Doing all right? Okay. No, thank you. I was gonna say in cocoa. I thought cocoa like automatically had caffeine in it. I mean, it's just a little bit, but I thought it had caffeine.
With sleep, or if you just want to get better sleep, I highly recommend Beam Dream Sleep Powder. It's so good because it's literally like a hot chocolate before bed, and it tastes really good, all natural.
Okay, yeah, you nailed it. Very good. How did you know he was going to say that? Did he already say that, and I missed it, and you heard him say, or are you familiar with the product? Okay, you know what? How's everybody doing? Let me just say hey to everybody first. What's going on? Everybody doing all right? Okay. Oop. Nope, don't do that. No comments. There we go. All right. Who was first? Let's see. Gretchen. And she knows it. She's like, I'm first. Me. I love it. I love that everybody's like doing that, like knowing that they're first place and calling it out. That's awesome. Hey, Patricia, what's going on, dude? Damien, how we doing? Is Ravi Patel and Cash Patel the same guy? I don't think so. I don't know. It's it could be. I don't know why. What is like one of them is stage name or something? I don't know. Who the hell is Ravi Patel? Probably not. Patel's a pretty common. I hear, from what I understand, Patel's a pretty common name these days, and a lot of other days as well. All the days really. It's been a common name. But all right, and then who was? Let's see. So, and then we got Kelly. How you doing? What's up? What's going on? I was just watching you on the stream. Hell yeah, you're looking good too. No, I mean that. I know I say that a lot, but no, you were looking great on the show. That's great. Hell yeah. Hey, and Ryan's here. What's up, Ryan? Doing all right? What's going on? I said, well, hello there, my queen. That's right. It's the Detroit Atheist Queen. It's a very specific queen of the Detroit Atheist variety.
Ingredients, none of these crazy chemicals. So guys, go get some Beam Dream Sleep Powder and use.
I'm actually a bigger fan of the crazy chemicals. To be honest, they always work. It seems, but my brain never stops. So I need something pretty strong. Something like what's that stuff? The Valium. Something like that.
My code RRP for up to 35% off. So if you want to help us out and you want to get a really good night.
I don't. I'll just buy the stuff at, where do they sell? I don't know. Walmart. I don't know.
So it comes from a letter to the Danbury Baptist. It's not in the Constitution. It's not in any of our real founding documents. It's not in
literally in the Constitution, dude. The stupid thing, God, and it's like, he doesn't know anything about this. It's just a talking point. What he's talking about right now is the exact phrase separation of church and state, which is obviously implied by by the Establishment Clause that says what I said earlier. It's like we will make no law respecting the establishment of a religion or limiting the right to worship thereof. That's pretty obvious separation of church and state. It's just not those fucking words. Like, why do they get so hung up on the words got to be exactly the same? They constantly do this shit. It's just like the big talking point during the don't say gay bill. They're like, it doesn't even say don't say gay in it. It's like, no, but I mean, the concept is there. It literally basically bans people from doing that. But it doesn't say those exact words. Do you need it to say those exact words for you to think that like now it doesn't count? Like it does. It effectively does that. But because those exact words aren't in there, everybody's stupid and just making up stuff or something.
Letter. And ultimately, the thing in question that was being examined was not the church interfering in the affairs of the state.
Kelly was saying, I'm just trying to get my feet wet in the community. Oh, yeah. Hey, that's a good way to do it. Just hang out. That's like the funnest way to start streaming and stuff, I would say. You know, if you have people that'll still hang out with you, everybody's they don't fuck with me like that, you know. And I get it. I'm kind of a lot, and it's I'm just kidding.
It was concern that the state was going to interfere with the church, and
no, it's both, dude. It's both. It's that's why it's the separation of what. Then they would just say, like it's keeping. You know, they would phrase it differently if it was what he's saying. That it was both, because and the second one starts to get involved with the other, they both start to get intertwined. So that's why these idiots are so dumb when it comes to trying to implement their religion into the government, is because they really don't think that that's gonna reverse on them, and then be like, okay, hey, well, since we're just mixing shit together now, since there is no separation, guess what? Now the government is going to be in your religion. Hey, you opened up the floodgates, buddy. That's how it's going to work. Once you make an establishment of religion, then that establishment of religion gets to come in and be like, hey, you guys aren't doing religion right. No, we got an established one. Oh yeah, no, it's not your version. No, yeah, we got our version. No, yeah, so you guys you're going to be arrested if you don't worship the way we tell you to. So, hey, don't get mad at me. You guys supported this, all right?
So the issue at hand had nothing to do with Christians imposing morality on the state. It had everything to do with the state getting their grimy little hands involved with the church. And so
no, it's not true.
That idea,
literally, the fucking Treaty of Tripoli says, like, straight up. It just straight up says the United States of America was in no way founded on the Christian religion. It's fucking explicit, and it's signed by like some of the earliest founding fathers. So this dude's just an idiot. But he's doing all the talking points. He's doing the Abeka book, homeschool curriculum. That's what that is, by the way. I guess a lot of people, I throw that out there sometimes, but I guess a lot of people don't know that is a homeschooling curriculum. But it is the Abeka book answer. A lot of what this guy says seems to be like straight out of an Abeka book.
It wasn't meant,
and it's a Becca book. Took me forever to figure that out. I thought it was Abeka because that's the way everybody said it. They're like, it's an Abeka book. No, it's a Becca book. I don't know who Becca is, but she sucks. Okay, she's the reason I don't know anything.
To keep religion out of government or something like that.
Okay. Do you believe that your idea of Protestantism
I'm not going to push on back on that at all, lady? You're not going to do anything? What? You're just moving on. Okay.
is the best one?
Yeah, I do.
What the fuck?
Do you believe that that your belief is the set standard that everyone should follow?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think so. I got it figured out better than literally everybody. Yeah. I'll just, whatever I think, that's what everybody else should think, and we don't need courts or anything. It should just be me deciding, I could judge Judy this shit. You know what I mean? I am the ultimate arbiter of like fairness, morality, you name it. It's me. It's whatever I think. I know all that stuff.
So you think that everyone would be better if they followed your opinion, essentially?
Absolutely.
Boom. There, she just. And you see her look at the kid, like, look, she got him. And I don't even know as if he realized it. I don't think he did, because, and it's the same guy. He'll do the Frank Turek thing. Oh, well, you're saying that, morality is just your opinion, and do that whole thing, right? And so basically she just got him to admit that it's just his opinion. It's not objective morality, it's funny. And it's like he doesn't even seem to react, but I don't know, let's see.
Okay. I feel like that is just very telling with everything that I just said. So I'll let whoever wants to go next. But just
no, there's nobody. Because He's a nobody. So there is nobody. Next. Where from the so all you invisible people that are lined up behind me, who's next? You, invisible guy. Let's go. You're next, buddy. Come on, up here.
For everyone that is here, you did in fact just hear him say all of that. If you agree, go ahead. If you don't, there you go.
Fuck him up, man. Yeah, so correct.
What's he say? So correct. Did he just like go and fuck him up, mate?
You did in fact just hear him say all of that. If you agree, go ahead. If you don't,
correct.
there you go.
Fuck him up, man.
They'll fuck him up, mate. Yeah. And then he's like, correct. I actually am pretty fucked up after that. I don't even know. I'm pretty fucked up. That's all.
Yeah, so correct. What I just said, in case you all are curious or wondering about what I said I believe what I believe, and I believe what I believe it because I think I'm right. And I think every single other person here in the crowd believes what they believe because they think they're right. And I think every single other person thinks that if everyone believed like they believe because they think they're right, that the world would be a better place. So, but yeah.
No, everybody doesn't think that way, man. In fact, it's insane that you think that everybody thinks that everybody else should think just like that. No, hell no. Are you crazy? A bunch of fucking me's? Are you nuts? No, I absolutely don't want that. Jeez Louise. I mean, no, the beauty of humanity is the fact that we are different. Our diversity is our strength. Like that is, I would want a society where everybody's has the freedom to live the way that they want to live, as long as their rights aren't trampling on other people's rights. No, I don't think that I'm right and that everybody else should think like me at all. I think that's why we have shit like courts, where we go to a judge and the judge has to figure and a jury of peers. That's the whole concept. Like if everybody just thought like you or whatever, nobody would ever disagree. Like first of all, that would never happen. But second of all, he doesn't even seem to understand that, like, what she's saying, he's like, he thinks that everybody else is like Christian nationalists, but they're like atheist nationalists or something. They want everybody has to be atheist. And it's a lack of a belief too, goddammit. Okay. If anybody does this like hard atheist shit, no, you will be arrested if you do that type of stuff. It is a lack of belief. Okay. And actually, fuck it, atheist. Everybody's got to be atheist. That's right. The whole even the question is completely meaningless because there's no unambiguous definition of God. So, and if you don't believe that, you go to jail. Like, no, what the fuck?
Everyone believes what they believe because they believe it, because they think it's right.
Well, I believe that maturing and being a better person means that you're able to.
No redacting, Brent. Okay. No, I don't care how badly you misspelled the. Can't just be redacted. No, like what are you, Trump and the Epstein files? Get the fuck out of here.
Open your mind to other mindsets and understand the perspectives of other people and realize that sometimes your opinions may not be the best for everyone. And even if you want your opinions to rule everyone else's, doesn't matter if other people do or don't.
Let me ask you something.
Their opinion.
Okay, let me ask you something, Nate.
Choice.
Do you believe that I should believe like you?
I think that
you seem to be mocking my view.
I think that you should be open.
You seem to be mocking. I don't know. I'm feeling a total kind of mocking tone here, and I know that you want everybody to think like you. No, they just don't get it. Like some people can think well enough to understand that other people aren't going to think like us, and that's fine. They're allowed to. Again, as long as they don't try to trample other people with their freedoms, having more freedom than other people. It's like my right to swing my fist ends where your face begins. That's a good way to as much freedom as possible without violating anybody else's autonomy, right? And no, I wouldn't want everybody to think exactly what I think. That's crazy. But that's how like deluded they are, that they can't even figure that out, that they can't even like, oh, what are you talking about? Everybody thinks this way. Everybody wants their beliefs to be the ones that everybody else has to believe. you know? And it's like, no, dude, I think there should be negotiation as far as like what is legal and what isn't legal. And there, and that again, like we should have negotiation, we should have courts, uh, it shouldn't be just what I think, because like as if I know what's right for everybody, people that have experiences that I've never experienced, but I know what they should be doing better than them. No, but they think that's the way they think. That's the crazy part. It's like conservatives are like, no, I actually do know what everybody else needs to be doing, even though I don't know what they've experienced in life. But I know what, even though I don't know what they've experienced, I know what they should be doing better than them. And I get to judge them for it, because they're just lazy, right? That's why they're not rich. Everybody that's not rich is lazy, there's too much opportunity out there,
Willing to accepting my view, but it seems as though you don't. I'm very open to your view. I'm trying my best to be open to your view. That's why I'm here having this conversation in the first place.
Well, to be clear,
I didn't come up with a bit.
I know you didn't, but to be clear, you were about to just walk away because you proved your point. And my point is, you actually believe.
Well, yeah, because you said that it was just your opinion and not the objective moral facts of reality, like you have said other places.
And I'm not criticizing you for that, May. You actually believe that your view is better than my view, and that
Kelly says without the diversity, it's boring. That is super true. Yeah. Could you imagine if everybody? It's like that fucking Pluribus movie or whatever. Like everybody's like, yep, totes. One kind of music, exit just punk. I mean, while I would like that, I mean, I don't even know if I could just listen to punk and that's it, like no reggae, like that. Even punk bands a lot of times will break it down and do a couple reggae songs, right? So even within my genre, it's not just one genre. Anyway,
I should adopt your view.
I believe that being open to perspectives is probably better than being closed-minded. Yes.
Yeah, and so what I would say, I follow G.K. Chesterton on this, and that is that open-mindedness is not a virtue. Open-mindedness in and of itself, it's good for a time, but an open mind is like an open mouth. It's meant to close on something, and that something is the truth. Now, if you just walk around with an open mind, well, then you don't have any opinions. You don't have any convictions. It seems like you actually do have convictions, and you're trying to get me to change my mind. So you actually think your view is the better view, and you want me to conform to it. Well, I'm not. This isn't a gotcha. This is saying everyone does this. You do it. I do it. We all think we're right. If we didn't think we were right, we wouldn't hold this opinion, right?
Yeah. No, everybody does. See, this is how stupid he is. He just thinks that everybody is just running around thinking that they're right about anything, about everything. No, other people have like the intellectual honesty to be able to admit that they could be wrong about stuff. And if the evidence suggests that you're wrong, well, then you update your position. The thing that they're incapable of, that this fucking mustache-faced dipshit would never do, because they think it's weakness when actually it's literally the opposite. What is weakness is just deciding that you're right and never listening to anything else and just always saying that no, I'm right. I already got it. I got everything figured out. I know everything better than everybody. Okay, I don't need to update position. My position. If you update your position, then you're weak. But you just a flip flopper. Okay, that's what, like a Democrat. They're flip flopping. That's what they do. That's right, Kevin. Kevin knows.
And so we think that everyone else should think like we think because we think we're right, right?
I don't necessarily think that you should adopt my views, though, but I would hope that at the end, whenever you're done with all of this and you go home later at night, that my words stick with you and that you at least will think about them. That's all that I want from this conversation. Yeah. I don't want you to adopt my views. I'm not asking for you to change your opinion. I understand that your opinion is set in stone. This is your opinion, or else you wouldn't be here on campus trying to talk to other people about it.
I get that, Nate, and thank you for being respectful. I appreciate that. But right before you go, I think that what we're really talking about here, May, is what is truth? What is truth?
What even is truth? What is that? What I think that's what we're getting at. What is truth? Dude, no, that's not necessarily what is like what you're talking about. Whether something is truth or not, like people can still have different ways that they prefer to live and prefer to to behave and think and stuff. As long as it's not hurting other people, they can believe and do and think what they want. I'm perfectly fine with the freedom of that. I would hope that people would be, intelligent enough to understand that, they should, like I just said, like come to conclusions and try to be right about stuff. But I don't mind if somebody like wants to be culturally whatever religion they are and stuff like that. And even if they want to believe in God and stuff, it doesn't really bother me if people believe in God and stuff. It's just with this Christian nationalist type shit. I do honestly think that belief in God is like kind of just like harmful, and it leaves you kind of open to be manipulated by other people and stuff like that. But I think people should have the right to be able to decide that for themselves. And I wouldn't want to do like, what is it, like France or something? France does that. It's like that forced secularism shit or something. You know what I'm talking about? And they you can't be wearing like other religion, like any religious anything out in public. I think that's fucking insane. It's just like they're forcing non-religion on everybody publicly or whatever. Like I don't think that's a good idea. But yeah, I do think that belief in God is harmful, but that's for people to decide for themselves. I'm not going to make up other people's minds for them. And if they're not hurting each other, it's also just an acknowledgement of like that everybody's on their own path and everybody has to figure out shit for themselves, and I would hope that people would come to the realization that none of these gods are real, but I recognize that they need to do that, by making their own mistakes and doing their own thing, and just knowing that everybody's kind of at their own place where they're at, coming to these realities. It's like I don't think everybody should think the same shit. That's what I'm saying.
That's what we're talking about. And this is the classic question that Herod, if you guys remember, asked our Lord Jesus. He said, what is truth? Kind of cynically saying, like, we can't even really know truth. But our Lord Jesus tells us what the truth is. And John.
What? That's what King Herod said? Remember when King Herod was like, Jesus, what is even truth? I mean, what even is this? Is it reality in the way that it actually is? Or what conforms or comports with reality? What is truth? Just to give me a definition there, Jesus. What?
14:6. He says that I am the way, the truth, and the life, and nobody comes to the Father except through me.
What's up, Deviant? How we doing, dude? So people coming together having the same idea about one certain question isn't proof. Isn't proof a community isn't diverse. That's a very closed-minded, ignorant way of understanding humanity. Hold on, people. Let me read that again. People coming together having the same idea about one certain question isn't proof a community isn't diverse. Okay, I think I got what you're saying. It's like I feel like there's like 3 double negatives in there or something. No, but that's a very close-minded, ignorant way of understanding humanity. Yeah, I mean, I think that's true. Like everybody, are you talking about the question of like whether or not a God exists, or are you talking about like the question of how humans should behave? Because a lot of times that's why the God belief is so fucking frustrating, is because it's kind of just this way that some people think they have more right to tell other people what they should be doing, and more specifically what they shouldn't be doing. Because they're like, but I believe in this thing though that is the arbiter of all human behavior, and if it's good or bad or not, and it's objective. It's not just my opinion. There's a God back there, and it's saying that you got to stop it. Okay. You're only allowed to be attracted to the people that I'm attracted to. Okay. It's just, it's weird.
And so, May, what I would say is that the reason I'm so confident in my opinions isn't because I'm super smart. I'm not. I know you guys are all.
Yeah, we get that. Yeah, we already got that. That's been blaring this entire time, buddy.
Blown away by my incredibly high IQ. It's not as high as you think. I just read a few books.
It sounds like you read one, the Bible, just the one. That's it.
And I'm not actually very smart.
And you name drop somebody and say a couple things. I don't know who that person was that he name dropped.
I just read the Bible.
Okay, so you do just read the one. Like, I've just read a couple books, and all of them are different versions of the Bible, you know, but they got several different versions of it. So, you know, I did read those couple of books. So anyway.
And I believe it.
And I'm glad that you are able to admit that, because a lot of people, they just think that because they read a couple books that they are pretty smart.
No.
I'm
I
glad
read
that
enough.
you're able to understand
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
'Cause I
I've
don't
read
think I'm the
enough to
smartest person
know
either.
what I don't know. So do you know what the word sophomore means?
You can tell me.
Yeah. I like your attitude. You don't, yeah, you're not, yeah, you can tell me. That's a good answer. The word sophomore, does anybody know what the word sophomore means? Okay, it comes from two Greek words. It means wise, Sophia, and then more is fool, wise fool. So when you become a sophomore, you get like into your second year of college, you're called the wise fool. Hey man, good to see you. You become the wise fool because you've learned enough to think you know something.
That was like, it reminds me of that part of Old School when he's like working on the car, and he's like, she's not exactly street legal, but let's keep that on the down low. Hey, Mike. Anyway, it's just like random.
And then that's when you become the wise fool because you think you're puffed up. I know something. I read the books. You know, I read Howard Zinn. I know the real history of America. But then you learn a little bit more and you realize, oh my gosh, the depth of everything I don't know is astounding.
Yeah.
It's astounding.
It's like, he sounds like he's like he's never been to college, but like he's talked to some people that have been, or he's just like pretending to be somebody that's been to college, but he's just like heard what college people are like, and because somebody described what college kids are like, and this just feels like it's like, or he's had like a college kid explained to him by a fucking alien, and so now he's pretending to be a college kid.
That's where I am. Okay, I'm sure that I was prideful in my youth about what I thought I knew.
No, you're fucking super humble now, dude. Yeah, you nailed it.
Now I know enough to know I don't know a lot, but what I do know is that Jesus Christ is Lord. Now, May, what I would leave you with this.
You kind of don't, though. You don't. It's how do you say the stuff you just say, the stuff you just said, and then just go straight to that? But what I do know for an absolute goddamn fucking fact, Jesus is Lord. The undead carpenter ghost absolutely lives inside my heart. He did get tortured, murdered by the Romans, and then did come back to life and fly away into the clouds. I know that. That's the one thing I do know.
I'm not sure where you're at spiritually, but Jesus' claim is that he is the way, the truth, and the life. It seems like you have your opinions.
Yeah, and he's wrong. He's wrong. It's so weird. This was like such a testament to that like repetition thing. When you just repeat the shit over, this is why they do that. Truth to Jesus, truth to Jesus, truth to Jesus, Jesus is truth, truth is Jesus, Jesus said he's truth, truth to Jesus, truth to truth. Like, it's just like, as long as I repeat it a bunch, it's true. Now it's true because I've said truth a million times, so it's got to be right.
That you have your opinions. We're all created in God's image with minds to come up with opinions, to think. What I would like to invite you to think about and to even pray about and consider.
What's up, Dave? How you doing, dude? He said, I've read the whole Bible, and that's exactly why I'm an atheist. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, I read it. It's weird too because I'm like, I read the Bible a bunch when I was a Christian, right? And I believed it, right? But the entire time, and this was like kind of like what I realized, growing older and everything, is I read the Bible a lot, but I didn't really read the Bible. You know what I mean? Like, I read the words and I like thought that I understood them, but I only understood them from this like weird filter that like had to go through everything that God does is awesome. And it's mysterious. Okay. So there was a lesson to be learned from slavery, or so it was a mysterious way. So that's what that was like, and you put up, plus my family is super fucking Southern. So like they had all the slavery apologists, apologetics and everything. But that was like, I was reading it through that lens. And when you start to just realize as you're getting older, like, I'm just lying to myself. Like you have to at some point go, okay, but this stuff is pretty heinous, man. Like, this stuff's pretty disgusting. There's no way to really rationalize around a lot of this shit. But, you And then once you start being honest with yourself, then you go back and read the Bible. Then you are actually reading the Bible. You know what I mean? Because you're not reading it from this, I've already decided that, whatever it is about the Bible, that I'm just going to keep confirming my bias about the Bible, which is just a shitload of rationalizing as you're reading through the thing. You're like, okay, just constant having to rationalize around shit. I mean, just straight out the gate. It's absurd with the God doesn't make the sun until the fourth day. How the fuck did I miss that? How did my brain not go, hold on a second. Now, days, the one thing that kind of makes a day is the fucking sun. Holy shit. And it says it was evening and morning 3 times before a goddamn sun existed. It's like, wow. But that's the type of stuff you catch when you're going back and reading the Bible with some honesty. And then, like Dave was saying, then you become an atheist. You know what I mean?
Consider is that you might be wrong. And I'm saying I might be wrong. Okay. But what I'm saying is that Jesus Christ says that he is the truth and he is the only truth. And the only way to eternal life is through Jesus Christ. Now, we had a nice discussion, and I would just like to leave you with Jesus Christ is inviting you to follow him. He is the truth, and he wants to impart to you.
Jesus Christ has sent you a Facebook invitation to follow him. Like, what is it? He's inviting you. He's inviting you over to follow him. Yeah.
Truth, everlasting truth that will lead you to everlasting life. So, May, if you would just
what's up, John? How we doing, man?
Consider that. Think about that.
And Dan, what's up, Dan?
And I always tell people, go read the book of John.
Jesus isn't even here right now. What are you even talking about? Where is he at? He's like, no, that's him right there. You're like, it's like a Family Guy. The camera pans over, and just Jesus is right there. Oh no, I didn't invite her. No, I didn't. She's kind of weird. Not really. Just not my people. You know what I mean? And then just saunters up, walks slowly backwards, all awkward.
The fourth gospel in the New Testament. So if you would humor me on that.
That was one of my favorites.
That's great. That's
when
great.
I was growing up. Yeah.
I love that. Well, maybe do me a favor, May, and give another read sometime this week. But
all right.
Native. What's up, Native Atheist? How we doing, dude? Okay. All right. That too loud with the fuzzy. Jesus, I don't know why. That drives me nuts. It's like so fucking loud. I do have my headphones turned up pretty loud though. I was listening to the music, or that might be the problem. Actually, this kind of on me. I think. I don't know. Okay, so we got that. And all right, now this is kind of old, but I wanted to cover it because it just, to me, it felt so obvious that this is insane. And then we got a couple options, and I'll leave it to you guys after and it is political video. Just gonna throw that out there. After the political video, we got 2 different directions we can go. We got a Glenn Beck talking to this weirdo guy, the conspiracy dude. That is just, wow, he's off his rocker. Holy shit. Or we got these guys' reaction to a debate between 2 of the worst fucking people on planet Earth. That is nobody to root for in this debate, just at all. They're both, holy shit, they're awful. But that David Wood psychopath, he calls himself a psychopath. It's not me. I'm just repeating how he describes himself. And that other guy, the apostate prophet that used to be on the Atheist Experience and stuff, and then he got married, and his wife was like, you better be a Christian. And he was like, all right, happy wife, happy life. I'll believe whatever you say I need to believe so that we can stay married. Just tell me what to do. It's them reacting to the Daniel guy, who's the Muslim, who's, wow, really bad, really awful person. Don't even what was his name? Daniel, I can't say his last name. Daniel Hakiakato Joe? I don't know. And that Doug Jones, whatever guy, Doug Jones, whatever. Andrew Wilson, whatever. And they have a debate. So there's that. So, you know, I'll leave it up to y'all. Should I do a poll? I hate having to stop to do polls. Okay, you know, I'm still going to do it. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to start this video, the Tim Pool saying the obviously false shit that he's saying, but is very angry about the wrong stuff that he's saying. And it's also because I really like this new. Is it new? I don't know how new it is. The I've Had It podcast. Y'all watch that? Dude, those ladies are pretty fun. I like watching that show. It feels like it's all, you know what it feels like? It's almost like a leftist Fox News. Like it has that same temperament and I feel like we kind of need a little bit of that temperament lately because it's just, you know, all the shit that's going on. And, you know, a lot of times we're just super playful and kind of just like, well, everything's terrible anyway, acting like it's like, you know, we're just kind of like not acting like it's that big of a deal or something, but you know, because we're all like millennials who are like sarcastic about the whole thing and everything's ironic and shit, and they're just pissed off, you know, they're just like, fuck this bullshit, this fucking piece of shit, you know, fascist fuck, you know, I love it. It's pretty great. And they're getting huge. This I've Had It podcast, massive. I think they've gotten to, well, I know she has 1 million followers on something on Instagram or whatever, or one of those. And their podcast is just massive. It's doing really great. And Tim Pool fucking hates it. He's like, you don't get to do our thing back at us. You don't get to do our right wing, like be angry, calling people names and stuff back at us. You gotta be like the Democrats, where you're just always trying to reach across the aisle, and we all just like Lucy, just keep on moving that football. Oh no, yeah, hey, no, we're gonna work together. Oh, stupid. Yeah, they're so stupid. No, go ahead. We're gonna work together. Yeah, bipartisan. Stupid. You guys fell for it again. That's like all what the Democrats constantly. Anyway, and so he hates her, and at one point he's basically saying that he thinks their show should get shut down by the government. He's saying like the government basically needs to shut down their show because clearly they're accomplishing their goal of you know, pissing off the right and kind of, I don't want to say like mobilize, but like I think putting like the anger and vitriol appropriately where it needs to be for, you know, leftists against the right, you know. Anyway, here we go.
On the left, the individual who a podcast with over 1 million subscribers.
Okay, so they do have over 1 million subscribers. I wasn't sure.
Getting hundreds of thousands of views per videos. It's relatively prominent on the left. The individual who hosts the show, one of them, has over 1 million followers on Instagram. And in this viral video, she explicitly says that the Democratic Party needs to get on board with wanting to murder conservatives. I'm not exaggerating. I thought it was a joke at first. I thought...
Yeah, none of that. Nope. That's not... That's not what she said, ever. That's insane.
Somebody was being hyperbolic. You listen to the clip, and in the beginning, it sounds like maybe she's not really saying that the majority of Democrats want to murder conservatives and Democrats need to get on board. What happens is Caitlin Bennett interviews a woman who says she's glad Charlie Kirk died and maybe she wants her to die too.
Did y'all see that clip? Okay, that was pretty funny too. I don't know if you had the honor of being able to witness that brilliance.
This woman, Jennifer Welch, then says there are many more like us and Democrats better get on board or else we're going to come after you. She then goes off about AIPAC, saying that you got to stop taking money from AIPAC. And it sounds like maybe she's saying, oh, anti-Israel. Maybe it's out of context. She then specifies from the video, she is talking about murdering conservatives.
What? Okay. No, we're gonna have to hear that, right? I assume you're gonna play the clip that she actually says the words you're saying she says, right?
Two choices. Use whatever force needed to stop incitement like this, or let the ideology spread. if you allow
What?
these
Really? Gretchen, you're not a fan? Oh man, I mean, I get it. It's not for everybody. I like some of the crass stuff she says is kind of like, okay, it's not, we don't need to be doing all that. But at the same time, I think the tone is fucking perfect, and it's exactly, I think, what we need right now. And we just don't have a whole lot of this, which is why I think they're doing so well. It's because you just don't get a lot of this on the left. You get a lot of it on the right, but don't get a lot of it on the left. And I feel like it's just like, we got to just start fighting fire with fire or something. I mean, I'm not, I wouldn't feel comfortable talking the way they talk, but this is not my style either. But I'm one of those damn ironic millennials, which is, I wish I could be as serious and angry as these ladies are, but I can't change everything about my brain.
shows to continue to spread this ideology, then I only request that you prepare for what history predicts will come next. I'm going to play the clip for
Hey, Pragmatic Crystal, what's up? How we doing?
you now, and I'll give you some context as to who this woman is.
Finally, if you think this Zoran thing is happening just in New York and you think people are waking up only in New York City, you're mistaken. Look at this clip of a wine mom at the No Kings March. Play the clip.
Whatever his name was?
Charlie Kirk, ma'am?
Yeah, him is horrible. Horrible.
Charlie Kirk is horrible?
Yes, I'm glad he's not here.
You're glad he's dead?
Yes.
Why would you say something like that, ma'am?
Because he was horrible on the campuses, the college campuses.
Oh my God, I know this lady. Like, I mean, I don't know her. I'm just saying, like, I've talked to this lady so many times, and this is exactly. I swear, they'll just say shit. Dude. Is she from New York? Is she in New York right now? Is it? I feel like she's from New York. I don't know. Just there's something about the way she's talking.
Horrible person.
You know what? I do the exact same thing.
Well,
Would you be glad if I would die?
Maybe. I'd have to
Him's horrible.
think about it.
You should be ashamed of yourself.
But I wouldn't
Campuses. Horrible person.
You know what? I do the exact same thing.
Well, I'm
Would you be
sorry.
glad if I would die?
Maybe. I'd have to think about it.
You should be ashamed of yourself.
I love her face. She's like, like the pearl clutching from the people that would sit there and like be making fun of people that have been like murdered by police and everything, joking about a child that was murdered by some other fascist weirdo that followed a child and started a fight, and then shot the kid. Like they used to make fun of of them and everything. But if you say something like that, oh my God, it's like just the gaslighting is just so frustrating. And I feel like the Charlie Kirk thing just brought out all that gaslighting, because they don't fucking care. They don't fucking care. And it's just, but they can be as disgusting as possible. And you could see that because when all that Nazi shit came out from when the young Republicans, whatever, the first thing the vice president said was, "They're kids. Just calm down. Get over it. They're kids. They're young." But if you say something, if you're not appropriately sad about Charlie Kirk, you get fired. They'll be like, "No, you need to lose your job. We're the only ones allowed to do it. We're allowed to make fun of stuff." And they were talking about gas chambers and stuff. Like, how the fuck? Like, you don't get much more dark than that. But they want to act like Charlie Kirk shit is just a bridge too far. Gas chambers are fine. Yeah, no, that's good.
Be ashamed of yourself.
Your friend just said she'd be happy if I died.
I love that's exactly. I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know how to respond to that. It's like that would be. Oh, it was delightful.
It's funny, right?
So listen
Yeah, right. Yeah, that was funny.
up, Democratic establishment. You can either jump on board with this shit or we're coming after you in the same way that we come after MAGA. Period. Stop taking AIPAC money.
I'm just gonna, guys, I'm done playing games. I'm not going to give anyone the benefit of the doubt. She just threatened to murder Democratic politicians.
Oh, that was the clip. Oh. No, that's not what are you so you're just inferring a whole shitload, from the clip to what she was saying, which she was talking about other stuff prior to the clip and everything. But and he's like, that must mean she said that she's gonna murder Democrats. Because she had already said apparently that she wants to unalive conservatives, but she didn't say.
She showed a clip where a woman said, "I'm glad Charlie Kirk is dead." And when asked, Caitlin Bennett says, "What if I died?" She goes, "Maybe. Have to think about it." And the woman laughs. She then says, "Democrats get on board or we'll come after you the same way we come after MAGA."
Which is, if you don't understand the type of show that it is, which of course he's not describing, they come after MAGA hard, like the insult, it's very insult heavy, it's and that's what she was saying. Like, we're going to come after you the same way we come after MAGA. We're going to just start making fun of you and insulting you the same way we insult MAGA. That's what she was saying.
They're showing a clip where they say she's happy that Charlie Kirk is dead. I think the implication is rather obvious. Now,
No, it's not. You're in the way that you're just inferring this shit is what is obvious here.
Play silly games. I'm not interested. You can sit here and say, she didn't really mean that. She meant that they would threaten to kill you. Or that they would.
Nope, she didn't mean that either. She didn't. You just, wow, you're not even getting the other side of the conversation right.
Publicly say you need to be killed. Not that she wants you to die. Yeah, if you want to play that game, by all means, you go ahead and do so. I ain't playing any stupid games. But honestly, I ask all of you watching to comment right now as to what you think her intent was. She didn't explicitly and verbatim
Hey, Ember, what's going on? How you doing? Hell yeah.
say,
Is it Tim projecting? Like he thinks holding elections equates to murder? That's kind of telling. Yeah, 100%.
do it or you die. But the implication is clear when she plays this clip and then says, we'll come after you all the same.
No, it's not. That's wow. See, this is the type of stuff. And it's like, I remember watching like shows like this when I was a conservative, right? And I remember just kind of being able to like, you can just see through this shit, and they're like, why do you gotta lie? Why can't you just be right and then prove it or just make your case? Why can't you just be right and then argue for that rightness that you are? But they never can. They always have to do this kind of sneaky shit. I mean, look at the fucking, everything is dishonest with this, with the right, with the MAGA, with just conservatism in general. Like the fucking pregnancy centers, that shit, that's lying, which is crazy because it's like, if you're right, then you don't have to lie. Like, if you're the ones that are all about the truth, then you shouldn't have to trick people. And yet, we got him doing this, and we got pregnancy centers pretending to be abortion clinics. It's like everything is dishonest on that side, which is why like Trump just felt so comfortable ending up on that side of the aisle. He was just like, oh, if I'm gonna take power and try to take over the planet or something, I don't know what his end game was when he started, but he's like, I'm just gonna lie because Republicans are idiots. They'll believe anything I say. As long as I get this cult following, I get to say whatever the fuck I want. And he knew it from the beginning when he said like I could unalive somebody on Fifth Avenue with a gun and I wouldn't lose any support. I mean, that right there, I think we should have all been like, holy shit, this is bad. And it was true. At the time, we were like, come on. No, that's not true. Now I'm like, no, yeah, you absolutely would. They'd be like, that guy deserved it. Okay. Which, did you see his record? Yeah, we all found his record. He got pulled over a couple times. Okay. He was speeding. Speeding like that could really hurt people. Okay. That's basically murder. You know, it's attempted murder when you drive that fast. Okay. And he had several tickets, speeding tickets. So he deserved it. That was quite the rap sheet there, right?
She's telling Democrats to prepare to fear death if they don't get on board with what they want.
What the fuck are you talking about? No, she didn't. Said fear the way that we come after you. Go after, or the fear the way that we come after MAGA, which is mean. Yeah.
She is saying that they support threatening the lives of conservatives, and they'll do the same to you.
Go on an I'm sorry I took AIPAC money atonement tour if you want to stay in power. Stop missing out on these big rallies. Hakeem and Chuck should have been front and center introducing the next mayor of New York City, but no, they wouldn't show up because they're pussies. They're pussies that are beholden to the same corporations that Donald Trump.
See, that's the type of stuff, like using, like calling them pussy, you know, all that type of shit. It's just like, okay, I don't really like using, I don't know, that type of stuff just feels shit because it just feels blatantly misogynist. I mean, I know it's a woman saying it, so it's like whatever, but it just does feel blatantly misogynist to call people that, you know. But I don't know. I still think they deserve that tone though. The tone is perfect, you know.
That helped Donald Trump get elected.
Ban her. I'm not playing these games anymore. She needs to be banned. Her podcast needs to be.
You just pause it. Ban her. Ban her. She's got 1 million followers. And people are changing their minds watching this stuff. I don't like it. Ban her. Okay. I'm for free speech, but ban that bitch. Okay. It's like, Jesus Christ, man.
Shut down. Just, you cannot, as a society.
How dare you say the thing you didn't actually say or even anything close to it.
Have people with millions of followers saying to murder.
God, he is so funny. Like he's a clown. He just sounds so fake. Like, I don't know how anybody takes this guy seriously, dude.
And this is just an embarrassment. Kudos to Bernie, to AOC, to Zoran. And that woman out in somewhere middle America saying, fuck Charlie Kirk, he was a racist, he was a piece of shit. There are so many more of us than there are of them. And these Democrats that continue to play patty cake with corporations and lobbyists, nobody wants that. Nobody wants you. We want politicians to speak freely and look at what the benefit is. Look at what is happening in New York. And you dipshits are sitting on the sidelines, running your social media like complete dorks. It's embarrassing. Get your shit together. Hakeem and Chuck, seriously, get your shit together, because the Democrats.
Yeah, it sure sounds like she just said this stuff or implied this stuff that you said she implied. Or not at all. Sounds like she's just pissed off that the Democrats are doing what they always do and just not really pushing back hard enough.
Democratic Party is moving on.
Moving on in the direction of conservatives should be dead, and if you don't get on board with us, you should be dead too, is basically what she said.
Oh my God.
Now this woman runs the I've Had It podcast.
Jesus. Yeah, I've had it. That's the name of it. I've had it. It took me forever to figure out what the hell that was, because it doesn't say that. On the show, it just says IHIP, and I'm like, IHIP? What is it? What is it? Is it IHIP? Is it a long or short I at the beginning? I don't know how this is pronounced.
With 1 million followers on Instagram, Ms. Welch with 316,000, and Pumps, her co-host with 100,000. On YouTube, we can see their channel. Zoom in. 1.36 million subscribers, putting out about 4 to 5 segments per day, hitting 270,000.
See, he's just mad. He's just mad that their channel is like huge, you know, like it's about as big. I don't think it's as big as his, but it is huge. It's a really, really popular show at the moment. I think, like I said, because it's just mirroring the frustration that most of the country is feeling right now.
Okay. This is where we are. This woman, you know, I'll break down for you what I think is going on. I don't think she's competent, right? I think she has
Really?
cognitive issues.
She's got cognitive issues. That you think that, huh?
That is not a very smart person.
No, I got that. Yeah, I got that. You're just redundant at this point, dude.
She's just saying what is easily said to rile up the base on the far left.
Jesus.
They've been celebrating the death of Charlie Kirk, and this exemplifies it. Look, we can talk about it
What's up, John? How we doing?
all day and night. We can debate it. Prominent liberals, you know, they go on Bulwark podcast or MSNBC and they say, when Charlie died, we were so magnanimous. Barbara F. Walter.
Oh my God, we made it to 50-50. Really, y'all? Are you doing this to me on purpose? We got 16 people in the chat and there's 8 and 8. Really? Is that what we're... Okay, 55. All right, we got it.
Who argues
Thank you, whoever broke that tie there.
the Civil War is coming, claimed that
Oh yeah, that's the other thing that Tim Pool just... It's like, I swear, he'll be talking about something completely different. He'll just be like, now, kickflips are very difficult. That is a very difficult trick. You know the ollie. Now, the ollie is just kind of kicking the board. It comes up, it slaps your foot, it down, and you land. Just a little hop. But a kickflip is Civil War. We got to, I think, you know, because of the kickflip is going to lead to Civil War. We got to have a Civil War. What was I talking about before? Civil War is what we need to do.
after the assassination of Charlie Kirk, that they were the ones who were saying, we're so sorry this happened. And it was conservatives who were threatening escalation. When in fact, it was conservatives saying, holy crap, a leftist.
What's up, JT? How we doing, dude? Poor Tim. Is the nasty woman saying mean things?
just killed Charlie Kirk, and leftists celebrated it, as they do right now. This woman represents this group.
Well, he was kind of mean to the leftists specifically. So, you know, I mean, I can see why they...
She's getting hundreds of thousands of views per video. Here's one with 6.
He's repeated that. That's like the 3rd time. Hundreds of thousands of views she's getting. Ban her. Ban that mean lady.
170.
She calls Trump fat. Ban her. She calls him kanks. Because he has the cankles. She says she makes fun of his ankles. Ban her.
3,000. Now, I'd imagine they're largely hitting boomers, but she is pandering to the Zoran millennial leftist idea.
Zoran. God, say it more like a fucking hillbilly. Jesus Christ. Zoran. Zoran. They always add syllables. That's, you know what they do.
Theology, and they want you dead.
Zoran.
I think conservatives just really don't get it. I think they really don't get it. I got to be honest. I think they do not get it.
Wait, who doesn't get it? The conservatives? I think you're right. Yeah.
Leftist ideology, and they want you dead. I think conservatives just really don't get it.
Yeah, the people against guns. I love it's so funny. Yeah, the people against guns and are for like bringing everybody together, even if we're all different. We should all like respect each other's differences and allow each other to be who we are without, you know, as opposed to the people that love the death toys and hate everybody. That's just even the slightest bit different. You can't even have a fucking right wing right now because y'all are so goddamn hateful that you have people like you're not hateful enough. That's the split. That's the split. They're like, you gotta hate, like you gotta be more anti-Semitic. Otherwise, what are we even doing here? This is crazy. You know, and that's a split. That is a split in the fucking party right now.
I think they really don't get it. I got to be honest. I think they do not get it. I have on my Facebook thousands of people who follow me or are friends with my account because of Occupy Wall Street.
What? Are friends with your account because of Occupy Wall Street? I'm very confused. I mean, I think that was like where it came from or whatever. It was Occupy Wall Street was a thing. But you can be followed on Facebook, dude. They don't have to be your friends. And I think, don't they have like a limit? Like you can only have like 5,000 friends or some shit. But followers, you can have as many as you want. That's why Matt Dillahunty still has not accepted my friend request. It's, you know, at some point, he's going to lose a friend, and then I'll get right in there. Okay. It's just, you know, it's just taking a while.
And these people, I pull up, not every day, but relatively often, and they're basically saying, I would argue that the majority of them aren't, you should die. It's more like X.
David said he went right to the limit. I could see that, you know, I could, because I swear to God, every time you go to like somebody like Seth Andrews, Matt Dillahunty, you know, I would say like Forrest Falcon, like you name it, and you're like top, so like here's the top friends. You're right there with the fucking sign. I'm like, hey, everybody.
Expect to be killed for what you believe. That is, these liberals and these leftists are saying, yeah, well, if you espouse this, then someone's going to kill you eventually. That's the kind of idea. And then you have the other people saying, well, I
don't even think I've heard people say that. I mean, I don't know if I've heard people put it that way specifically, but they're just kind of like, yeah, when you put that much fucking hate out in the world, you know, some of it claps back. I don't know.
Should happen. And then you have the smallest faction, maybe only, you know, 1% or so saying you are next. I've had people posting things to me on Facebook saying things like, and these are just like liberals. There is no distinction now between the fringe of the far left and the Democratic Party.
What the fuck? Oh my, they're literally, wow. How do you, oh my God, dude, how do you play that clip? How do you play that clip of her yelling at the Democrats and being like, we're going to treat you the same as MAGA, and be like, the Democrats are basically just leftists now. Yeah, it's the same. It's all the same, really. I mean, they're all insane. Yeah, because fucking Chuck Schumer was out there being like, you're dead, buddy. Like, what the fuck? Like, they're the most, like, trying to reach across the aisle people. Like, it's like to an obnoxious fucking degree, to the point where you know, part of me wants to become a conspiracy theorist and be like, they're being paid. They're being paid by billionaires to like, oh man, we tried, lost again. Damn, man, those Republicans are good, man. They just, you know, they said they weren't going to do that, and then they turned around and did it, and you know, we lost the Supreme Court seat, and then they got like 5 of them because they promised that they wouldn't do it in an election, and then they did. Boy, they just keep knocking them out of the park there.
Obviously, you can take a look at Schumer and Hakeem, like she's pointing out and saying you're weak. But she, this middle-aged woman, telling them, get on board with murdering conservatives or we'll do the same to you.
That's what she said. Yeah, she's like, we'll murder fucking Democrats next, bro. Okay.
Which is a psychotic thing to say.
What you said is, yeah, yep, I agree, except for the thing that you said.
I have people posting at me, when we win, you're first against the wall. Yeah.
What?
And I've gotten comments like this for some time.
But you guys are actually putting people against the wall. Like this, that's what's insane here. He's like, well, they're saying they're going to put me against the wall. You're like, your administration is disappearing people, man. They're showing up to fucking hearings, like immigrants that are going to their hearings, which is objectively them doing it, quote unquote, the right way, according to you guys. And they're still just detaining them and deporting them as they're doing the right thing they're supposed to be doing. Jesus.
This has been the left for as long as I know. I should say, let me clarify.
He just contradicted himself again. This is like the 4th time he said one thing and then said the opposite of the thing, like seconds later. What the fuck? You just said they were used to be somewhat normal. Now they're all the leftist fringes, whatever. They've changed. Like you just said, they've changed, and now you're like, they've always been like this. Which is it, man? How the fuck do people watch you? They have it's like goldfish memory. audience. Like that's the only thing I could think. They're just people that are so fucking wasted or on Valium or Xanax or something, where they're just memories being deleted as like time goes. They're like forced to be mindful all the time because their brain just deletes the future and the past just constantly. It's just you're just stuck right there. And you're just like basically a animated corpse with your eyes rolling back in your head every so often by accident.
For as long as I have been active in politics, there have been leftists calling for this. That's where we are right now. From Washington Stand, why are leftists telling themselves we are not the crazy ones? Indeed, apparently AOC went viral at this rally where she's like, we're not crazy, because they're crazy.
Hold up. I'm sorry. We got to do it. We got to go back. That was
the crazy ones.
God,
Indeed, apparently AOC went viral at this rally where she's like, we're not crazy, because they're crazy.
Oh, I need to clip that. I need to start messing around with that soundboard thing, and just start getting clips like that. Because holy shit! All right, we've passed the point that I wanted to talk about, and he's fucking annoying. So it looks like the worst debate, the debate of the two worst human beings won. So that's what we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna do. And I guess I'll end the poll. I mean, let's see. But yeah, we'll just go ahead and end the poll. But hey, you guys asked for this. Y'all asked for this. Okay. I guess I should have clarified who the worst peoples are. But and I guess Inspiring Philosophy joined in. Because of course he did. Whatever. They're all buds over there. What is it? Mahayman Mike. I feel like it's some kind of joke or something. I'm not. I don't get it, but their jokes are so clever all the time that I'm sure it's just brilliant.
I want to look at Andrew Wilson and Daniel Kikachu.
Now I don't know who's familiar with either of these fucking psychos, but they're both fucking psychos. Holy shit. This was the guy that basically was debating about, basically defending PDF file shit, pretty explicitly too. And I'm going to be clear. I have not watched, I only watched I don't know if you saw it at the beginning. It was I think right here or something. I only watched a couple minutes of it. So I have no idea what we're in for, but I'm sure it's awful because it always is.
I must warn everybody that this debate became very, 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 very explicit. There was some really, really offensive language and all that. So,
and I did hear him say that, so I kind of got an idea that they were. But it doesn't matter. They're always awful, no matter whether you got this guy, giving you the heads up or not.
For all those who cannot handle offensive language and who may start crying, please be warned about it. For all those who have kids around, please.
JT's like, when you said it's the two worst humans, I thought it was going to be Alex Jones and Nick Fuentes. That's a fair guess. I don't blame you for thinking that. Did they do it? They did a formal debate? Because I would actually, I would love to watch that, and maybe even a Fundie reacting to it too. Because I'm not going to watch the actual debate. No, I'm going to watch this weirdo watch the debate.
Be warned about it. Let's have a look at this.
The reason Islam makes worse societies is because they have a doctrine for cousin marriage. Now, notice Daniel didn't say, no, you can't fuck your first cousin and marry her. No. He didn't say that because he probably believes that you should.
It's really weird that he's the Christian literally representing Christianity on stage at a debate con, and he's like, he fucks his fucking cousin, that fucking fuck, what the fuck? And all the Christians are like, yeah, fuck cousin fucker. It's weird. We never do that. Especially when we live in Arkansas.
He probably believes it's fine. He probably believes something about it protects inheritance or something like this, right?
Christians are also at the mercy of the same kind of IQ fetishists who want to transform the human race. Wake up, Andrew, wake up. Stop this stupid argument. 30 more minutes of...
What? But I live in IQ fetishists that want to do what?
Andrew saying that Muslims are dumb. Okay, that's great. I'll try to be more substantive. I'll try to be more substantive than that. So just
Pickles. We should just start calling. Thank you, Ember. That's his new name. He's officially Ted's wife from Mary Tyler Moore. That is, why do I have the oldest references? Like all the 80-year-old, like, oh yeah, oh Pickles, she was funny.
Listen to this.
Ted was pretty great though, right? Right? For you two old people that know the reference I just said.
Thank you so much for your kindness. Thank you guys for being here. If you guys aren't excited for this one,
it's funny because Ember said, "Oh, Pickles is the other debater." It's impressive how much evil James manages to platform these days. Yeah, that's I was kind of like skirting on the idea because we had like interacted a little bit about going on the show to debate a Muslim a long time ago, and I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that anymore. I had a moment of like, I just want to be on a debate, but then I'm like, no, why am I talking like I'm Southern? Like, but more Southern than I normally talk.
I don't know what's going to do it. I am thrilled for this debate. It's going to blow your mind.
James is always thrilled.
It's going to melt faces off. So thank you for being.
It's going to melt face. Thrilled. Yeah, you talk about, somebody's like, when you say the word thrilled, I feel like you end up picturing somebody just on a roller coaster or something. I'm thrilled to be here.
Being here, buckle up. We are getting started.
Very thrilling.
So, as you know, the debate is Christianity or Islam, which is best for society. Before we jump into that, though, what I want to do is introduce
Doug Wilson. His name is Steve Jones. Ember, get it right.
Our sponsor who helped.
What? That wasn't. Oh, I'm sorry. Ted Jones. My bad. Thank you, Kevin. Did one thing right.
Make this possible, as these events are very difficult to pull off, but we are proud to have as our sponsor Main First Project, as they similar.
Oh my good God, dude! Fix the microphone. Take off the echo effect. Somebody with the guitar pedals like, oh my bad. I'm sorry. I hit my guitar pedal. There, it was going through the mix. I'm sorry. That was my bad.
They care about free speech and fair debates. We're thrilled to have.
Okay, skip this.
Thank you. Yeah, and can you breathe louder, please? I'm not. I can still hear out of this ear.
They don't pay me with it. They don't pay me for this, so skip it.
Yeah.
All right, let's hear Daniel.
Yes. No, I want this to be a civil debate because right now there's a massive Zionist campaign to generate as much hostility between Muslims and Christians as possible. If I can say something nice about Andrew, I respect him for not being a shill for Israel. I think we can be civil, but also very critical of each other's religions without it turning vicious.
Hey.
The only ones who...
Buddy Filbert. Hey, thank you. All right, cool. Buddy Filbert is a new member. Hell yeah. Let me put that on the screen there. There we go. Thank you. Thank you, Mighty Filbert. I appreciate that. Hell yeah. And if anybody else wants to join, I'm actually I'm doing a members only this weekend, this Sunday. I think, right? Yeah. Okay. I'm doing it this Sunday. I keep putting it off. I was going to try to do one half and half, but I can't figure out how to do it. Anyway, so this Sunday, members only live stream. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to try to do the thing that Ember does, which seems hard, but I'm going to, I'm just going to buck up and just talk to you guys, and just have the chat and read the chat, hang out, and not, we might react to something anyway if I'm like, okay, so let's just, I don't know what to say about stuff, so let's just go ahead and react to it.
Who benefit from a Muslim-Christian civil war right now is Israel.
The hell? How does Israel benefit from that? How in the world does Israel benefit from that? Oh, wait a minute. David wants to join.
Wait, what? Hold on. What did he say?
Hell.
It turning vicious. The only ones who benefit from a Muslim-Christian civil war right now is Israel.
Oh,
The hell.
okay.
How does Israel benefit from that?
I mean, to vilify Muslims more, so that people don't, I guess, care, like see them as human, so what they're doing doesn't matter to as many people.
How in the world does Israel benefit from that? Oh, wait a minute. David wants to join.
They're in the middle of a genocide against Muslims, dude. What?
All right. David's going to join in a second.
Which it irritates me that I have to agree with this fucking weirdo. This, sorry, fucking psycho. But he's kind of right about that. I don't know if they're like cause it, but they would benefit from it.
Which is stoking hate so that they can continue their genocide of both Muslim and Christian Palestinians while they bleed America dry. Let's keep.
Now, here's the funny thing. The only side that would actually, so here is the thing.
I mean, yeah.
This
guy, that's all religions, isn't it? Like submission. So that Islam literally means submission. That makes sense. That's kind of most religions, I would say, are all about submission. I mean, like Christianity says, like you have to lose your life to find it. You have to die to yourself, so that so the you in your brain can die, so that somebody else can tell you that you're just living for them, but not for them, but for what they tell you their version of God wants you to do. But it's just them. It's just them telling you to be the way they want you to be.
And others like this guy often claim that if we Christians and Muslims fight, then Israel will benefit from this.
Oh my God, they do. He has exactly one voice that he does, and it's that voice.
There's only one such thing going on here. Muslims keep talking about Israel because they want to distract the world.
Ew. David got wood. Don't make me think about that. Come on. What do you, now we're all thinking about his penis. Right? Kevin, aren't you? Kevin's nodding his head. Yes, that's right. He said he is thinking about a penis right now. A very small one, probably a micro.
From their own advances to taking over the West. That's it. If everybody keeps focusing on Israel, if everybody keeps talking about Israel, then people will talk less about the fact that Muslims are invading and taking over the West. It's working. It's brilliantly working right now.
They're invading. The Muslims are invading the West. Okay, it's like they're just invading the entire direction. I guess. Dude, hold on. What's the Muslim population in America is not even at 2%, dude. Are you serious? And the Muslim population in England or in the UK is like 4%. It's absurd. Like they are. If you think that's an invasion, then I don't think invasions are that big a deal. I'm just saying.
So many of the anti-Islam people keep talking about Israel right now, and therefore are distracted from the fact that the Muslims just keep taking more and more and more and more.
Wait, what? The anti-Islam people are talking about talking against Israel. He messed up something he was saying.
More and more. That's that.
Keep that larger context in mind. So the first slide, which is best for society, Islam or Christianity? Next slide. The answer depends on which standard we use to judge, traditional or secular liberal values. Traditional values include belief in God.
He's walking right out. He's like, I'm just gonna walk right over. It's my show. Go fuck yourself. I get to walk in front of the camera if I want to. Okay, I pay the bills.
Prayer, marriage, and gender roles, opposition to degeneracy and commitment.
Well, the funny thing is that this entire opening statement by Daniel Kikuchi becomes completely useless and irrelevant as soon as as soon as Andrew Wilson starts speaking, because it all then focuses on the one thing that Andrew says throughout the entire debate, and Daniel walks right into it and can never get out of it.
He walks right into Andrew Wilson ignoring everything that he said and just focusing on something that nobody would ever expect somebody to talk about because it's probably not even relevant. But yeah, whoa, buzzsaw, walked right into that.
Oh, I mean, Andrew's good at that, man.
Yeah, good at not talking about what the thing's about. Yeah, I know he's good at that.
Hey guys, for anyone who missed it, back this was like what, a year or two ago, but he was debating Muslim Lantern on Muhammad's relationship with Aisha, and Muslim Lantern's position was, yes, Muhammad had sex with a 9-year-old girl, but it didn't harm her. And so
that is all accurate, unfortunately. Yeah.
Andrew said, well, I've got the research here. It shows that the length of the vaginal canal of a 9-year-old girl is 2 inches. And therefore, if Muhammad didn't harm her, he must have had a penis approximately 1.8 inches or smaller. And what made it, oh yeah, so it's hilarious because he's like,
is that in this debate? Because I know that, you know, this Daniel freak has like made that, you know, that it always comes up, because of course it does, because they're fucking like prophet guy, their equivalency kind of to Jesus was a freaking a PDF file, and a disgusting one at that. Not, you know, like the worst. Anyway, but so of course everybody brings that up, and he actually tries to defend it, which this is what makes religion so harmful right here, is that people will defend shit like that because they're like, but it's my religion though, so I have to defend it. And it's like, no, you don't. You can just say that is disgusting, and that thing that he did was awful. But you know, I live by the values of the actual religion, whatever. You know, just do anything but try to fucking defend it, because it's indefensible. Jesus.
Got visual aids, and he's like, in this lipstick tube, which chapstick tube or whatever, he's got these visual aids for everything. And then the funniest part was Sneeko trying to.
Is he on his bed? Why is he on his bed? What is he, Russell Brand? What the fuck is happening? At least he's got his shirt on. But get out of bed, man. Slothfulness is one of the 7 deadly sins, bro.
Not burst out laughing the entire time because he's trying to be a good Muslim. And yeah, that was classic Andrew Wilson. But it's the same thing. He'll use some argument and
pull out.
Very, very Christian too, by the way. You know, just what a great representative of Christianity is that guy.
It's over. It's already over.
Yeah, not you pull out, but not in the Zut sense.
Yeah. All right.
To nation and shared culture. Secular liberal values include.
Honestly, I don't even want to listen to his opening statement because it's completely irrelevant.
Yeah, go to Wilson's opening statement. I mean, honestly, because this whole opening statement, Daniel wasted so much time because he didn't use any of this. It was irrelevant. And the funny thing is, you see on that list marriage, like he used that again. Wilson used that against him in his genius because, yeah, you guys value marriage.
God, they think he's a genius. Like they are like so wet for pickles. It's so sad, dude. Like it's just so weird the way that they just fawn over him. And all the guy is someone that just tries to piss off the person he's debating with, because he thinks that means he wins no matter what. It's just as long as he can say the nastiest shit to piss the person off, then they get mad, then he wins. Because apparently that's just where we're at as far as fucking debate goes, you know?
To your first cousins. Like
Oh yeah, let's
the secular idea of progress. This happens because traditional values are based on duty. Preserving religion requires imposing duties on people to worship. Preserving family.
Wait, was Sloth from the Goonies a sin? Is that what sins are? That a big, deformed looking dude? Yeah, I didn't think sin existed, but I've actually seen a couple people like that, and they exist.
Family requires imposing duties, limiting sexual freedom, and providing care for children and the elderly. Preserving a nation requires duties to uphold shared norms, honor national symbols, or limit immigration.
Yeah, Phil, Andrew Wilson and genius should never be in the same sentence. I know, but they love him. They love him so much. Oh, God, it's so weird.
So preserving traditional values necessitates all these duties. The problem is duties are hard work requiring personal sacrifice.
He said duties. Okay, I'm so sorry. Cut that. Kevin, can we cut that? I don't know why I didn't. That was, the 12-year-old enemy came out.
Sacrifice. Because of this, duties necessarily restrict individual liberties while also generating inequality and discrimination. This is a problem for secular.
I'll just watch this. Like, he's got his hands in his mouth. Just dead silent.
Liberalism, which strives to free people burdened by duties. So the secular liberal system.
Why does he keep saying duty, man?
Okay, see, he is saying it weird, right? Okay, it sounds like duties. Like, it's not me. Thank goodness.
What is this? Okay, so a Christian
Apostate prophet was right about something, just because I said it.
Solutions ban OF, prayer in school, no trans kids, Islamic solutions, paradigm shift of Sharia, strengthening duties, principle rejection of liberal progress.
Now you're saying duties weird too, dude. Like, come on.
And so on. Anyway, who cares?
Dehumanization.
No more duties. We're gonna stop. Everybody stop saying that word.
Thank you very much for that opening from Daniel.
Why did it sound like he was being sarcastic? Thank you very much for that opening from Daniel. Stupid. Hate him.
People clapped.
I've got the timer set for you, Andrew, on your first word.
I know.
AP, how many Muslims showed up?
Good job, man.
Hey, Isa is here. Isa Kabir. Hey, fam. We were there and saw all the craziness. I think we almost all felt bad for Dan, the man. Being simple and focusing on one point is really strong. Hey, didn't you? Weren't you alone with Daniel Kikachu in an elevator? IP.
I went up to my room to floss, and then I was gonna go to the 4th floor to get AP. He'd already gone down. I didn't know, but I come around the corner and
don't call him AP. Doesn't he have a name? He doesn't have like a human name, like a name.
There's Daniel staring at his phone, and I just stood there and waited for him to look up. And he looked at me and went, "Oh." I'm like, "What's up, man?" He's like, "I'm like, you're still here? I thought you would have left by now." He's like, "Well, no, I thought when I originally booked everything, I thought I'd be here for 2 days, but then A-Puss turned down my debate topic, and so did you." And I'm like, "Yeah, well, you turned down the 4 debate topics I suggested, and I turned your 1 down, basically." He's like, "Yeah, well, your 4 different topics were boring." And I'm like, "Yeah, so is yours."
Good one. Yeah, so is yours. You would talk about boring. Nobody knows what debate topics were. Like, you want to at least include the details here, man. Like, that would at least make the story a bit more interesting, especially if you're going to start talking about how boring his is and yours aren't.
And he made some comment about, "You think debating Christian love, if that's important, is boring?" I'm like, "Yeah, I didn't even want to debate with him because I'm like, this is stupid."
Okay, maybe the details aren't going to help. The debating Christian love, how would that even work? Like, what they can't love. What are you talking about? Christians love or hate is actually hate. I've heard that. Yeah, it's actually a pretty popular saying there. Their love is actually hate or something. I don't know if I understand. I'm a bit too bigoted to really get it.
But then we got in the elevator and didn't say anything. I got off on the 4th floor, but I was like, that was so awkward. It's just, I don't know. He was in civilian clothes. I think he was going to the gym because we didn't see him at all at any more of the debates. He basically went to the.
Is he in the military? Like, what he was in civilian clothes? Look, dude, anybody who's not in a military uniform is in civilian clothes.
Wilson debate got crushed and then went to his room for another day and did not.
I mean, it was a horrible thing, and everybody was laughing about him after the debate. So it was probably
yes. Better never said. Said that James checks out once things start. He may wander off to get a sandwich soon. I know there's been several times where I was watching, you know, one of these modern day debates, and James is there, and I don't know why he. I don't know why this happens a lot. Actually, the mod of the debate is just there on camera, and they're just like for like the whole debate, and I'm just like, get off the camera, like just you're taking up space on the screen, man. Like just let the other two, if you need to say something, pop in, you know, like why are you on the screen the whole time? Anyway, but he would just sit there and he had his headphones on and everything, and like there'd be times where they would just stop and be like, okay, but James, are we gonna do you think that that's like part of what we're gonna do? I thought we were gonna do like opening statement, like what? It was some format issue that they had, and James would just be like James, with the format, what kind of format are we doing? And then like it took like 2 minutes, and James would finally be like, what? You guys, wait, you talking to me? What are the headphones for, man? What are you doing with the headphones? Were you listening to a fucking album when you're here pretending to moderate the debate? What are you doing? How does this work?
Wise of him not to be seen anywhere.
It was
fortunately, none of this was recorded, so no one else will ever know about it. Can you imagine if there was a record of the things he said?
That would be so horrible.
The funny thing is that
there is actually a record of okay, I got you doing, guys. You were saying that because there is the record. Okay, I'm sorry, I didn't get that.
There was a time where he was like, oh, Puth wants to debate me, but I will never debate him. He can just keep crying. And
God, that's the most annoying voice. It's not that I don't care. I'm not like offended, but like it's just fucking annoying. I don't know if it's the frequency that he does it. Like it's too frequent or something, but it's just annoying.
And after I debated him about the whole Israel-Palestine issue or Israel-Hamas thing last year, he suddenly started challenging me to debates again because he wants revenge because it went
native. What's going on, dude? Did I say hey to you already? What's going on? Hey,
so poorly for him, and now he's upset because I don't debate him anymore.
No, that's true. I mean, it's the same thing I've been saying with the Dawa guys. Not lasting long. You know what I mean?
The dollar guys. Is that what he's the dollar? Hold on.
I don't debate him anymore.
No, that's true. I mean, it's the same thing I've been saying with the Dawa guys.
Dawa guys
not lasting long. You know what I mean? Every Dawa.
Yep. Yeah. See, I love the native atheists. Oh, I know that guy. Native atheists like Daniel's the child grape apologist. Yeah, and then Andrew Wilson's just the regular kind of grape apologist. Much better. You know, it's they're both the worst. They're the worst.
Guy comes out and he's got his new way of doing things.
Literally nobody to root for. Not even these guys. These guys, they're not as bad as these two. They're pretty goddamn bad though. You screen full of assholes. That's what we're getting here.
It's his new way of tricking people, and it will work for a while, and then people catch on to it, and then it stops working, and they don't know what to do, and they start scrambling around and flailing for attention. That's where Daniel's at right now. So he came out with his, namely, he'll cite 27 studies in his.
Did you know that I used to think that anytime somebody said namely, that they were just like messing up the word mainly. And, you know, it's like, oh man, why does everybody mess that word up so often? That is just it's crazy. Like mainly, it's the blah 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 blah. You know, but they're saying namely, it's like everybody has the same fucking dyslexic thing going on for that word. It's weird. That's just crazy. It's
opening statement. No one's read those 27 studies, and they take his word for it. It sounds like all these scholars agree with him and so on.
Hey, Aunt Chair, how we doing? What's going on?
That fell apart when he debated.
Oh, Dawa, they're Islam apologists. Wow, I have not. I've not heard that term before. Dawa. Okay, thank you.
IP who went ahead and read all this
Never heard
stuff,
of
and then the cat was out of the bag. He completely misrepresents, doesn't understand, or just flat out lies about what's in the sources. So he was exposed, and then AP spanked him, and it's just been loss after loss for him after that. So
I didn't spank him.
Not in the
Yeah.
I don't. Please don't say that. Okay, all you're doing is putting a very explicit S&M scenario in everybody's mind now, of probably with a paddle of some sort. He's just he's dressed in all leather, the zipper, but the butt is exposed, because it's a spanking leather outfit, so it's assless, kind of like chaps, all chaps too, by the way, not like ass. You don't need to say assless chap, like chaps are just already assless.
AP spanked his bare bottom, and he has never recovered.
Dude, I mean, then and you had
He's so mad right now. He's like, dude, come on, man. Dude, we're on camera right now, bro. Okay. Can you not like when we're just hanging out, it's okay, but come on, man.
like last month he debated Avery and he pulled out a verse. They were debating the Islamic dilemma, and he pulled out a verse we use for the Islamic dilemma to try to refute it. And Avery got like a field day with him. Like, you just cited a verse that we use.
I actually do have spanking pants. They're pretty great. It's just kind of, it's more of like just kind of like a jock strap, but like an underwear kind, where it's not firm. It doesn't protect anything, but it's just same design as anyway.
And just like tore him to pieces on that. So he's just man, he's had a really
it's so weird. So despite the fact that Dawa guys don't last long, he just thinks he can pull out something and slide it in there, and it's
okay. Now we're all just really picturing the S&M scenario here. AP, okay, sounds like someone's got their P in your A. AP,
something, but it doesn't work. Yeah.
No comment.
The fun thing about debate
is like Snickers.
is you get to actually get in the mind of your opponent. What? What happened? Oh, the fun thing about debate is you get to.
I don't get it.
To actually get in the mind of your opponent, you get to study and dissect the things that they say and believe. After watching Daniel for hours, a few things became obvious. The first, he's a far better Muslim apologist than I am a Christian apologist, that's for sure. But he's far weaker on politics than myself and the nature of the world. The second is that he's an above average debater, but he ain't quite God tier. See, if I were Daniel and fighting from his worldview, I'd point out Christianity is fractured and weak, that Christianity is totally incapable of fighting back against the degeneracy of our time. Its impotence has led to social categories of degeneracy at levels nobody could have predicted, especially with the advent of the internet. I would point out Muslim societies don't work that way, that Muslims have feminism and degens under control, that everything in modern day Christians in the West are fighting for against degeneracy, Islam has already achieved in their plans. That's what I do.
I don't understand what he's doing. It's like, what you should have done. Well, let me help you out. Now I'm going to debate with me. I'm gonna debate me now, and then and he's just doing both sides. Then I would come in and I would say that blah blah blah, and then a better argument actually would be I moderate too many debates, so now I'm just doing both sides because I'm a weirdo.
Hi, Daniel. When talking about which is better for society, Islam or Christianity, this becomes a powerful argument. But I'd go a step further if I were Daniel. I'd also say my opponent will argue like an atheist progressive. That Andrew Wilson, the guy who promotes.
Oh my! Look at his face. He's so mad. Like, this is what I'm saying, dude. Like, he's just saying stuff to piss him off. Nothing is like. There's no actual substance. It seems to like his debating. It's just, let me say things that I know they're not going to like so much so that they'll lose their temper, and then I win by default because they're crashing out or whatever. I said you can't be wrong, can't be correct and angry.
It's anti-feminist and egalitarian doctrine is going to sit up here and act like an egalitarian progressive and cry about Islam being mean to the women and cry about Islam not being very nice to the gays. Well, you were fucking wrong. Sadly for Daniel, while this tactic would normally be effective against a sewing circle Christian, I'm not part of that cast, sir. Now, let me get into my argument for why Christianity makes better societies than Islam, and it's pretty simple.
No, okay, maybe he's referring to his opening statement, but I don't really see how it could, given that he's reading this, and it seems like it would have had to be his opening statement, right? Isn't that what we're? Everybody shows up with their opening statements without having heard the other person's argument, right? And it's opening statements, by the way. Our opening arguments don't exist. That's not a thing. They're opening statements, and then the arguments follow. God damn it.
Islamic societies breed an inbred population. Next slide, please.
He literally just went right into that. I thought it was like a point that came up or something like that.
No, that
It was his entire thing, man. It was his entire thing, and he prepared this, and so he also explained it to us later on. Actually, he and a guy who works with him, with whom he prepares, we were talking to them, and he explained to us how he had it set in his mind that he's going to present this argument and Daniel is going to be trapped by it. And the other guy thought, I don't know, I'm not sure if it's going to work. And Andrew was like, it is going to work. So, and it worked. Andrew made it work. He brought this topic and Daniel was completely trapped. He had no idea what to do.
What is the topic? I'm genuinely confused as to what he's even arguing. He's just saying what he should have said, and then he's saying that the Daniel guy, the Muslim apologist, like he's gonna be like, oh, but Christians are mean to gay people. I really don't think that's what he was ever gonna say. That's insane. Like what?
Yeah, I wrote down time markers, so we play a little bit of Andrew. I can show you where you see Daniel's brain breaking.
Muslim inbreeding has been occurring at a high.
Yeah, it's the I don't know. What's up, Dr. Kemp? How we doing? Said everything about this debate is reprehensible, and the people reviewing it too. Don't forget about them. Okay, they're not as bad as these two. Okay, but they're pretty fucking shitty too, you know. So let's not forget about them. But everybody at this debate, or everything about this debate, is reprehensible. Debate Con 6, I guess that's what. Oh, yeah, that is what it says back there. He's done 6 of these fucking things, really? Okay. Debate Con 6 is nothing more than a right-wing grifting incel conference. Hell yeah. Everyone there is gross. Yeah, I definitely see that. It's yeah, I'm not gonna go on that show. I made up my mind when I perused some of the debates that was going on. I was like, wow, this is worse than the last time when I was kind of considering it a little bit. And wow, it somehow got worse. I don't know. I don't know if I think he's in competition with the Crucible, with this fucking dipshit's channel, you know. Because there's no lows. There's no lows too low. It's like a limbo to like to as disgusting and depraved as you could be talking about stuff.
High rate for about 1,400 years since the early Islamic period, encompassing most of the land still occupied by Islam today. It spread from the 8th to the 15th century, moved into Persia, North Africa, South Asia, where it remains and has created some of the dumbest fucking human beings on planet Earth. The most common type of inbreeding is first cousin.
You see, it's just furious. And this is his whole tactic. You guys are dumb. It's made dumb people that are stupid. Oh man, I reckon this guy in this debate.
Marriage. The rates of first cousin marriage in comparison to Christian nations is staggeringly high, even in comparison to regions occupied by Arab Christians. When a nation has both Christians and Muslims, Muslims are often double or higher than Christians. Example, India, Lebanon. Next slide, please.
Why didn't they put his slides on the screen, man? They put Daniel's name on the screen, but they didn't put his slides on the screen.
Oh, there must be. You know what it is? It's that anti-Christian bias. You know, if there was only like an agency or something to take that, you know, to enforce that,
probably didn't get them to them in time, and they wanted to get this up. This is a popular debate, but Daniel probably got his slides over. And,
What is that?
Andrew's busy. He's got a bunch of stuff he's doing right now.
And he also
it was debate. Dr. Kip said DebateCon 6 was sponsored by the Maine First Project. What is the Maine First Project? What is that? Hold on, I'm gonna have to look this up now. Thanks, Dr. Kip. You totally, totally side railing, right? Side winding. What's this, Kevin? The side. What do you say when you're totally side tracking? Really? You couldn't think of tracking? You got to come up with this stuff before I start going off like that. If you could just, interject. I don't care if they're gonna hear you, man. Like they don't care. What are they? What? Anyway, all right. Let's see what we got here. The Maine Project, or what is it? The Maine First. Yeah, Maine First Project. MFIRST Project. Let's check it out. Let's see what this is about. Maine First Project. Maine's traditional fishing, farming, and forestry industries build a peaceful and patriotic army of grassroots activists in Maine. Wow, that just came out of nowhere. They're like, it's for fishing people. Like, oh, that's sweet. And it's like, army of grassroots. Whoa, okay. Is it a fucking what do you call those things? Like army? Damn it, what are they called? Just words are not coming to my brain right now. Those things where it's like a little army that's not an actual army, but it's a militia. That's right. That's what it is. Is it a militia? What the fuck? Okay, MFP objectives. Pass policies which advance traditional values. Okay. And a Maine First agenda. That sounds familiar. Maine First agenda. So like they don't want like a Texas first. They want Maine to mainly be first. There. Fact check Maine's lying, dying, fake news outlets. Hold on, let me share this because y'all got to see this. This is pretty funny. Now that I'm like, okay, hold on. Let me pop this up here. What the fuck is this? Okay, y'all see that? Is it coming? Is it coming through? There we go. Make it bigger. So because the writing is too small. I don't know. Okay. There, now we can see it a little better. So we were on the past policy. Well, that moved. Oh, okay. Past policies, advanced traditional values. Blah, blah, blah. Fact check Maine's lying, dying, fake news outlets. What the fuck does that mean? Just all of them. All of Maine's news are just lying, dying, and fake. What, every local news is lying, dying, and fake? And what is the dying thing? I get lying, but dying. What the fuck is that? What? Okay. Anyway, fill school boards with patriotic Maine parents. Okay. So they're the only ones that get to have control of all the schools, I guess. Aid Maine's traditional, see, this was fishing, farming, and foresty. What does foresty mean? Just like, it's just stuff you do out in the forest. It's like foresty stuff, It's things you do in the forest. Jesus, industries. What is industry? Foresty industries. What is that, like outdoor world? Like I don't know what that would be. But build a peaceful bullshit. Dude, yeah, you guys sound real peaceful. With your like take over all the school boards. And patriotic army. Why would you put peaceful and army in the same thing? Jesus, stupid. Of grassroots activists in Maine. Okay. What's about us? Let me see. Wait, what? Oh, Maine First agenda. Here we go. Maine First agenda. That's it. Is it bullet points? I thought they would have like at least a fucking paragraph or something. Hey, again, just more bullet points. Putting Mainers first. Insist that immigration policy for Maine be merit-based, colorblind, and race neutral. That way we can be racist and then just act like that's not even a thing. No, it's for every other reason than because they're not white. It's not, that's not the reason. It's all let me come up with some. Hold on. No, I'll get there. It's their culture, right? It's the cult that they don't have any father. It's Jesus Christ. I fucking hate that shit. Like, it's not, and they don't get that, like, they think that as long as they say it's like colorblind, that means, we don't, they're like, oh, that means it's just like, we're done. Like, that's what we're all fighting for, right? We're trying to get to a race blind. Yeah, if it was actually that, but that's not what it is. It's you obviously not being race blind, but then acting like you are so that nobody can point it out. Because you can't demonstrate that someone is being racist. You can't demonstrate the reasons why they are, being shitty, right? We just got to go off of the evidence, which all the evidence points to them not being race blind. But what the fuck ever. Anyway, defund harboring havens, aka sanctuary cities. Defund. Hold on. If their whole thing is putting Mainers first, except for all the Mainers that don't agree with our stuff, those Mainers could fuck off. But all the other Mainers, so just it's putting some Mainers first is the point here. What the fuck? Jesus. Stop all. Wait, hold on. End the refugee resettlement racket? What the fuck is wrong with you? Like, how dare those people suffer and need a place to go? No, that's a racket is what it is. Okay. Just they can, what the fuck, man? God, they're pieces of shit. What the hell is wrong with everybody that's on the right? Anyway, stop all welfare benefits and aid to illegals. Well, that's not happening. So, because of first of all, nobody's illegal, but like undocumented people aren't getting welfare benefits, you fucking morons. Jesus. God, it's like, if they would just think for like, or the people they're trying to convince of their shit would just think for like 2 seconds about the boots on the ground reality of whatever the fuck it is that they're trying to convince people of. Like, you could just, takes 2 seconds to think about that. How the fuck would somebody do you know how difficult it is to even apply for benefits? And you think they can do that without a fucking social security number? What the fuck is wrong with you? Mandate e-verify for employers. I don't know what that is. Does anybody know what e-verify means? Yeah, I don't either. Deep State, what's going on? How you been? Sorry, I haven't been tuning in lately. In the past 4 months, there's been a massive time zone difference. I'm in Europe. Oh shit. No, that's all right. I get it. Yeah, and I think my time changed because it used to be in the morning, right? But no, thanks for hanging out. Oh, that's cool. I get it. They're too dumb to write in full sentences, bro. I know. I was expecting a paragraph. I don't know why. There are two that they can't. Like, wait, hold on. Full like sentence, like in paragraph? No. We're just gonna do bullet points, Fuck. Making Maine. Oh my god, they're so sad. Why can't they just come up with their own shit, dude? Everything is just like, we love Trump. We're not saying explicitly that we love Trump, but we kind of are, making Maine education great again. Reaffirm parents' fundamental right to direct the education of their children. Increase funding for post-secondary vocational education. Increase funding for post-secondary vocational education. You only need to learn about working. Okay, we're just trying to make little wage slaves here. We don't care about actually learning how to think or anything. Bring back the industrial arts, shop class, and home economics in junior and senior high schools. Did they ever go anywhere? Did they leave? Okay, whatever. Encourage competition to the education marketplace. Go fuck yourself. God damn it. That you're talking about charter schools, which are a joke. They can't fucking stay open because, sometimes doing stuff with competition doesn't work, especially when it's like, a government run thing where you have to accommodate everybody, including people in wheelchairs sometimes. So you got to have like ramps and stuff when they're like, whoa, what? No, we're not going to do all that. We're going to have just the walking people get to come to our schools. That's how we're going to do it. And we're getting taxpayer funded money for this. Jesus Christ. Ban political indoctrination in public school classrooms, except for ours. Ours is an indoctrination. It's just information that we approve. That's how that goes. Enact a code of ethics for public school teachers. I'm pretty sure they do have a code of ethics, man. I'm almost certain they're not just there's not just lawless fucking teachers running around just getting wasted coming in the fucking classroom to teach the middle schoolers. Jesus. All right. Anyway, back to this insanity. But that was thanks for that. I didn't know that. I'd never heard of that. But it's just like every single slogan is just ripped off straight from Trump. Like, if it worked for Trump, it has to work for us. We'll put Maine first, even though that doesn't make any sense. But it's you know what I mean.
Also,
white people Maine, not Why we should really say white people Maine first. that's what we really mean.
Someone should get Andrew's slides and then post this debate with his slides in there.
Really? Kelly said there's no longer home economic. My mom taught that. Really? Then what the fuck is the kitchen thing doing in that? Is that just not being used anymore? Jesus. All the schools that I'm familiar with have had that, but I was never there when they were, using it or not using it, it seems. But wow, that's crazy. Holy shit. That sucks.
Yeah. I think they might do that.
That's weird that that's the one thing I actually agree with those psychos on, is the home economics thing. It's like, yeah, teach them, how to do laundry and stuff and not drop babies or whatever. Remember the baby thing? Was that home economics? The baby thing? Remember they would do, you would get like a little baby and it kept the score if you hit it too hard or whatever. And that, you would turn them at the end. You're like, well, your baby got 17 concussions. Huh? What the fuck were you doing? Huh? Did you well, I don't know. The door was just, I didn't realize the head was just, right in the doorway too. My car is like kind of small, it's one of those where you got to put the seat forward and then, and the seatbelt's always in the way. You can't just, it's just getting stuck on your face while you're trying to go back. Anyway, and the baby's just head was right. Yeah, I killed it. I'm sorry. Like multiple times you killed it. It actually died. Yeah, 7 times. It died fully dead 7 times. How did you do that?
Yeah, he might do it on his channel. Yeah, that'd be good.
He also explained that he prepared all of this in a very short time. So he might have.
Yeah, I talked to him like a week before the debate. I was like, "What's your strategy?" He's like, "I don't know. Send me whatever you got." So I sent him a couple papers. He didn't use them. He didn't need them, so it's fine, man. I mean, this was powerful stuff.
Yeah. So
powerful stuff. Apparently, that's what I was getting to. Wow, unbelievable. It's just not good. It's not good. None of it was good at all. Yeah, anyway, all right, y'all. I think I got to wrap her up. I got to pee. That's honestly the main thing. And it's almost time to go. Anyway, usually go till 6:30. Like I said, this Sunday, members live stream. We're going to be hanging out. Going to be very interactive, like viewer led. I mean, if y'all want to react to something, we could do that, or we could just hang out. You know, it's going to be a lot of fun. So yeah, you should come hang out. I'm gonna schedule it very soon. So, but yeah, members only. And and I do want to try some stuff too. So yeah. Thanks, Giselle. I know. It's like Giselle is like the big person that keeps, reminds me, like, oh my God, I got to do those membership things. So thank you for that, because I didn't get to do that. And I'm going to try to get on a better schedule here. Kip was responding. Oh, I see. He was just explaining the code of ethics thing. Yeah, which made no sense. It's like, and we're going to make them follow rules sometimes, maybe. So that's important to us here at the main first fucking, clan. Sounds like we're the main first clan. That's probably what they probably do call themselves that. Anyway, I didn't even know what the fuck, where you been? It's called Welcome to Derry, but you were close, and it's actually called It's Welcome to Derry, which was kind of, I was like, why call it It? Just call it Welcome to Derry. That's so much cooler, Don't make it a fucking subtitle. It's stupid. Anyway, but it's good. It's really good. Wow. Yeah, I think I'm gonna. Well, no, tonight's date night. But I think we might be watching that tomorrow. Right? Kip, you watching that shit? What the oh my God. Just right from the get. I was like, oh, this character's the other dead. That's okay. All right. Outside. I don't know what's gonna happen. This is Game of Thrones. This is Game of Thrones right now. And I don't know who to root for. That's gonna wow. Okay. Holy shit. It's great. Sunday nights. Okay. Well, then it'll probably be Sunday then that we watch that. I never know when the stuff drops. It's that Nikki. She takes care of all that stuff, but all right, y'all. Thanks again. Oh, I love Stephen. Oh, and did you hear too? Since you're a Stephen King person, did you hear they're making a Dark Tower series? And they said that they want it to be like true to the fucking like to the books, They said they want to make like not like that fucking movie that was ridiculous. I mean, I really did like what's his name is Roland, because he was great. But other than that, movie was like, what the fuck? Like, how do you put seven books into one fucking hour and a half? It wasn't even like a 3-hour movie. Like, that would have at least made some of the sense there. But anyway, but yeah, no, they're doing like a legit Dark Tower series. And I can't wait. And I hear I think they have something to do with the people that did the Derry one. So if it's anything like that, it's gonna be fucking awesome. Anyway, all right, Joe. Thanks for hanging out. And if you want to play with things hanging out, well then just go to that. Oh yeah, that's right. I don't damn, I really need another sex toy. Does anybody know any other sex toys companies that might need a YouTuber to like sell their stuff or something? It maybe just an OnlyFans. Do you know a person that has OnlyFans? I could promote them, promote their stuff. I don't know. Anyway, but yeah, I need to get back on the sex train. I mean, yeah, that's always fun. Don't get me wrong. Sex trains are great, but like the sex toy train. How did the train come into it? Where did I get that from? Anyway, all right, Joe. Thanks for hanging out. And if you want to support the show, hit that join button. But otherwise, we'll see you. Oh, you hit the join button, and then we'll see you on Sunday. Okay. And then after that, Tuesday. Okay. And then Tuesday and Thursdays, solid. That's what we're doing. Tuesdays and Thursdays at 4. Be there. All right, Joe. Take it easy. Oh my God, the bladder's gonna explode.